Hey everybody, welcome back, and today it is Fresh, Fierce, Fabulous Friday. I think I'm going to start uploading these on Fridays, and I'm going to try and get much better about doing them. I always feel like, I don't know, is anybody else like this where you'll film a tutorial and you won't like it, so you end up filming the tutorial like 3 times? Yeah, I do that, and then it's, when you're doing a 3-in-1 tutorial, it adds up to be a lot. Anyway, off topic. For those of you who have never seen a Fresh, Fierce, Fabulous before, it's where I take one palette and do 3 different looks. I do a very fresh, clean, easy look. I do something that is very, you know, going out, diva-licious, and then I do something like this that I'm just feeling that day that makes me feel wonderful and fabulous. And today's palette is the BH Cosmetics Makeup by Mandy24 palette. I'm going to be doing a review and swatch on this palette, so I'm not going to get too much into it. I've done a lot of looks with this palette on Instagram. It's been kind of my go-to neutral palette over the past month, so I'm definitely enjoying it. This is the Fabulous look, so I really do love this look. And I love all the looks that I've created with this palette over the past month. So if you're interested, if you want to learn how to create this look, you know, maybe if you're just looking at for some versatility in your palettes and need some ideas, stick around and we'll see you guys after.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm just priming my face with my Revlon Photo Ready primer. Love this stuff, especially when I'm going for a more dewy finish. And I'm just going to prime my eyes using my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. This is just one of my go-tos. I love it. It cancels out everything. And I love it especially when I'm doing a very simple eye look because it just creates a beautiful, clean blank canvas. Now going in with MAC eyeshadow in Kid. This is a beautiful soft transition color. I'm just going to place this on my transition crease area with a fluffy brush, and this is just going to help tone down that very intense camel color from the palette, which is just a little bit too warm for me on its own as a transition color. Now going in with that camel color and a Coastal Scents BR250 brush, I'm just going to concentrate this right in the crease just to define and deepen up the eye. And take your time with this. Blending is key. Nothing kills an eye look like shadows that aren't blended. So take your time and always, always, always blend. Now using a Flower Beauty EO1 brush in that matte cream shade in the palette, which is gorgeous, I'm just going to place this right underneath my brow bone. This is such a perfect highlighter for me. It's matte, but it kind of has this almost luminosity to it on the skin that I just love. I love this palette. And then taking that same blending brush with no more product on it, I'm just going to blend the Kid and that camel color and the highlight color together. I can't talk. And using a flat shader brush in that really pretty champagne cream color, I'm going to place this on the inner 2/3 of my eye. I don't want to take it all the way out, just on the inner 2/3. We're going to pat and then kind of sweep to smooth it out. And don't take it up above the crease. And you also just want to place this right on the inner corner, just a little bit. And taking just a fluffier eyeshadow brush, we're going to pick up a little bit more of that brown. And what we're going to do is place this on the outer corner and then kind of go back and forth, wiggle it in to that cream color. And this is just going to create a beautiful, soft transition from the more defined outer corner to the more opened up and brighter inner corner. Now taking a small detailed brush, you can use an angled brush for this in that matte black color, we're just going to define the eye. If you want, you can do a liner for this, but I wanted something soft, easy, and just very gentle. This is just a very clean, gentle look. So, you know, if you are a winged liner girl, you know, work it. But this is definitely just how I wanted to rock this look today. So again, nothing too dramatic, just very soft and gentle. And now taking just that cream color again, I'm just going to, again, put it right in the inner corner just to open up the eye look, blend it up, blend it down, and blend it out. Now going into foundation, I'm using my Revlon Photo Ready foundation, and I am in the shade Nude. And I love this foundation, especially when I'm doing a simple eye look, because I love a dewy skin with a simple eye. And I'm going to just blend this out with my Coastal Scents Bionic Blending Brush. And I do like this foundation. I think it's very buildable on me. I just have to let it set first. So I'm going to put this first layer on, and I'm going to go back and touch up a couple of things just where I feel like I lost a little bit of color from my foundation application because I'm all over the place. And then again, I'm just going to put another layer on and really build it up. And this gives me, for me, this is a pretty, medium to full coverage foundation for my skin tone. I don't need a lot of coverage, so this just really kind of balances me out. Now, using my Wet n Wild Come Correct in Fair, I am going to just place this right underneath the eyes, and I'm just going to kind of dab it in and warm it up and make faces with my finger. And then I'm going to go and blend it out with a damp beauty sponge. It looks like a beauty blender. This is a total drugstore dupe, and I don't even remember where I got it. I think I got it at like a TJ Maxx, but I have like 5 of them, and I really like them. And just take your time with this, and this is going to remove any of that excess concealer because this is a very creamy concealer, but it is thebomb.com. And I'm just going to go ahead and set that with a clean Flower Beauty E01 brush and my e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder, which I love this combination. And then just going in, I'm going to take that same concealer and I'm just going to dab it on the high planes of my face just to kind of balance everything out. And again, I'm going to blend it out with my beauty sponge. And if I call it a beauty blender, I'm sorry. It's what I always equate it to. Now I'm just going to set everything with my e.l.f. Kabuki brush and my Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder in Porcelain, 110 Porcelain. Love this powder, and I'm hitting pan so hard. I really hope I like the new version of this powder just as much as I like the original because it is fantastic. Now I'm just taking a tiny little bit of the e.l.f. HD blush in Headliner. I'm going to just kind of start dabbing this on my cheeks. This is so pigmented, and even that tiny little bit is too much. So I'm just going to go ahead and start buffing that out and blending it in with the e.l.f. Small Stipple brush, and this blush is just so pretty. It gives a beautiful, warm, flush glow to the cheeks, but like I said, even that little bit was too much, so use a very light hand. And again, I'm just going to go back and tone it down with my e.l.f. Kabuki brush. And now I'm just going to contour with my Sephora Small Sculpting Brush and my NYC Smooth Skin Bronzer in Sunny. And if you're looking for a good drugstore matte bronzer, this one's fantastic. It doesn't turn to orange. It doesn't really get muddy. It's just a perfect little bronzer, and it's like under $3. So beautiful. And to highlight, I'm going to use my e.l.f. This is the Fergie Collection e.l.f. Shimmer Palette to Reflect in Rose Gold Champagne. And I like a good shimmery highlight. I know a lot of people don't like these, but I just think this one is beautiful if you use a light hand. It's definitely one of my favorite drugstores. Drugstore highlighters. And since I'm not using falsies today, I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Voluminous Original. This is just going to give me a lot of definition for my lashes and really kind of help open up my eyes. I do like this mascara. Just be careful if you use this because it is a very wet formula and you have such a clean eye look. You don't want to get any mascara on your lids. And to help open up the eyes, I'm going to go in with my Rimmel ScandalEyes eye pencil in Nude. I love this stuff. It is creamy, stays on the waterline, and it's just beautiful. And I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild Megalength mascara and do my bottom lashes. And now for my lips, I am going to go with my new Milani Color Statement in Matte Naked. If you can get your hands on these lipsticks, do it. They are beautiful, creamy, pigmented, and they go on absolutely matte. And this one is amazing. I'm so glad I picked this one up. I'm going to try and get some more, but, you guys have all stolen them all already. Thanks. But this is the look. Really simple, really pretty, and I just really enjoy it. I think, sometimes you just need to look put together, but don't need a whole lot of stuff going on. And this is just a wonderful alternative to me, and it's one of my go-to looks when I just want something simple and clean. So I hope you guys enjoyed. All right, now we're going to move on to the Fierce, and I'm going to go ahead and prime my eye with my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I had a little mishap with my camera, which is why one of my eyes is partly done. Going in with my L'Oreal Color Riche Quad and Cup of Joe, I'm just going to pick up one of those mid-tone transition colors and a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to start placing this all over the lid. Again, that camel color is a little too intense for me in the palette. It's beautiful, but I need something to tone it down a little bit. But I am going to pick up that camel color with that BR250 brush. And I'm just going to start placing this right over that transition color and really kind of deepen it up. Now going in with a small detailed brush in that shimmery brown color in the palette, I'm going to start creating my sandwich smoky eye. And I'm going to place the color on the outer corner, on the inner corner. I don't want to take it up. And if it does get a little messy, that's okay. We're going to clean it up and blend it out. But I'm going to start placing this on the outer and inner corner, and then I'm going to start connecting it, leaving it that gap in the middle. Now I'm going to show you a lot of, pretty much the whole process here, because this is a more difficult look to achieve if you've never done it before. But once you get it, you get it. But it's all about the blending, and I just want you guys to see how much layering and blending goes into this process. And I'm just going to use that same shader brush, the opposite side of the brush, and I'm going to pick up that cream shimmery color and pop that right in the middle of the eye. And this is going to be all about going back and forth, defining the colors while transitioning until you find that happy medium between definition and a smooth transition. And it is a process. And I definitely learned this because I filmed this tutorial like 2 or 3 times, all for you guys. But as you can see, I'm just going back and forth. And once I get the colors where I want them, I'm just going to kind of place them and then wiggle them back and forth. So I'm just going to kind of wiggle it on my eyelid. So place and wiggle. It's like a dance move. Now, just because I really want that color to pop and I don't want to lose any of it, I'm going to pick up a little bit of it with my finger and I'm going to pop that on the lid. And this is just going to bump up the intensity. If you ever want to bump up the intensity of a shadow, pat it on with your fingertip. And again, I'm just going to wiggle, use that small detail brush and just wiggle it back and forth and really start getting that transition. Now to deepen up this, I'm about to go in with a pencil brush and that matte black in the shadow. And I'm going to place this right over where the brown shimmery color was. And I'm just going to place a little bit of this shadow. It's very pigmented. You don't need a whole bunch of it. So, very light hand. This is all about building up the color. And the reason why I put this down second over the brown shimmery shadow is because that shimmery shadow is going to help blend this black out. So it almost acts as a base for it. And again, small detailed brushes are essential for this, especially if you have smaller eyes. So as you can see, by doing these layers, you can see the look starting to come together. But again, take your time, place, pat, and then kind of wiggle back and forth. Now going back in with that brown shimmery shade, I'm going to place that back over the black. So not only is this going to help blend everything out, it is going to add some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful dimension to the finished look. I'm in love with this look, and it was totally worth the work. So I hope you guys are bearing with me because I know this is not exciting. But again, just using that small shadow brush, just wiggle it back and forth, blend it out until you find that perfect transition. Going back in with that cream color, again, I'm just going to place it one more time on the lid and just transition it into the darker shades. Now that we've finally done that, I'm going to go in with that camel color again in my BR250 brush, and I'm going to start buffing everything out. And when in doubt, blend it out. Cannot express to you enough how much how important it is to really make sure your shadows are blended. So take your time. You don't need a lot of product for this because you already have a lot of eyeshadows on your eyes. So those browns are just acting as a transition, so it doesn't go from really, really dark to a very stark light color. So take your time. Circular motions work very well if you're having trouble blending something, or if it doesn't seem to be just blending out smoothly with those back and forth motions. Try and do small circular motions to really blend it out. Now using my NYX Wonder Pencil in light, I'm just going to clean up my under eye area, or my underbrow area. I really want this to be clean and light. So I'm going to take that and blend that out with a flat shader brush, because the rest of the eye look is so dark, and this light, clean contrast is really going to add to the effect of this dark, smoky sandwich eye, or sandwich smoky eye. And then with that cream color in that same brush, I'm just going to place that again right on top of the pencil underneath the brow bone to really give it a soft, beautiful highlight. Now taking just a clean crease brush, this is a fluffy crease brush from Coastal Scents, I'm just going to blend everything together. And as you can see, that's coming together, soft, gentle, beautiful transitions. That's what it's all about. And just going in again with that small detailed brush, I'm just going to clean up and intensify the very outer and inner corners. And again, take your time with this. When you're doing a more difficult look or a more involved look, you'd rather take your time. Now I'm going to prime my face with my Wet n Wild Coverall Primer. And again, I'm going to go in with my Revlon Photo Ready foundation in Nude and my Bionic blending brush. And I am going to put a couple layers of this on and really build it up. Again, it's flawless skin. It doesn't matter what kind of eye look you're doing. You really want to take your time and make sure you've got the right foundation, the right blush, the right brushes, and find what works for you. What works for you might not be what works for me. But once you find it, it's just going to make your eye looks pop that much more. And now I'm just going to use my Come Correct concealer in medium golden. And I'm going to blend it out with a damp beauty sponge. And again, this is just a perfect time to clean up any eyeshadow that got a little too low that might be dragging down your look. And again, I'm going to combine this with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the brightener shade and blend it all out. Just doing the highlights or high planes of my face. And I'm going to set my under eye with my MAC Beauty Powder in Natural, and I'm going to set the rest of my face again with my Maybelline pressed powder, Fit Me pressed powder in Porcelain. I just love this stuff. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Now going in with my Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner pencil in Perversion, because I just want a deep, dark black look, I am going to line my waterline. And I usually don't use this pencil because sometimes it can be irritating to the eye, but I wanted something really deep and dark. And using just a small smudge brush and that matte black shade, I am going to start smoking out this look. And again, take your time. This is really easy to give yourself that black eye look. So small brushes, layers of color. So you want to gently, slowly build it out. And again, you can see I went over it with that shimmery brown shade, and now with that cream shade, I'm just placing that highlight right in the middle of my lower lash line to kind of mirror the pop of color that I have on my upper lash line. It's going to be something very subtle. It's just going to help open up the look. And with that small pencil brush, I'm just blending everything out and making sure it's smooth and transitioned. And now with that another pencil brush, clean one, I'm going to take that camel color and I'm going to start blowing out that lower lash line. And I did apply my Studio Gear Gel Eyeliner Concealer. I did a wing. And with my Extreme Lengths mascara, lengthening mascara from Flower Beauty, I'm going to put a layer of mascara on my upper lash line. And with my Megalength, I'm going to do my lower lash line. And then I just applied my Kiss False Eyelashes in number 11. They're Shy is what they're called. Now going in with my e.l.f. Baked Bronzer in Los Cabos, I'm just going to start contouring my face. This is a beautiful, just very soft bronzer. Absolutely gorgeous. If you haven't tried out the e.l.f. Baked Bronzers or highlighters, you need to check them out. And I'm just going to define my lower lip, or underneath my lower lip, around my nose, my cheeks, up around my forehead, just to give myself, I want a soft contour for this look because the eyes are so dramatic. I don't need too much going on. I'm going in with my new Fergie Round the Clock blush in Brush with Destiny. This is my new favorite blush. It is so beautiful. And I'm really not focusing on the apples of my cheeks, but really just on the back part of my cheek up towards my temple to create and help define my face. And I just love it. I think it's one of those beautiful, just neutral blushes. And going in with my highlighter in Moonlit Pearls. This is a baked highlighter, again, from e.l.f. I'm using a Samantha Chapman Real Techniques face brush. And just because I wanted a more concentrated application, I'm just going to apply that right on the tops of my cheeks. down my nose, top of my forehead, down my cupid's bow, and my chin. Using my Milani lip liner in Satin Rose, I am going to just line and fill in my lips. And then my Jordana Modern Matte Lipstick in Modern Blush, I'm just going to top that on top of the lip liner. This is a beautiful combination, and I absolutely love it. Now just going in with my Wet n Wild Mega Liner in black, I'm going to blend in my lash band, because the last thing you want is for people to see your lash band and get distracted from your beautiful eye look. So, you know, make sure you take the time and really cover that up. So this is my first tutorial for a sandwich smoky eye. I absolutely love it. It's a beautiful, beautiful look. I was so, so happy with how it turned out, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. But we're going to move on to the fabulous look. And of course, I'm using MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I mean, like, who's surprised at this point? I love it. It's so good. And some people like to apply this with a brush. I prefer my fingers. And again, I'm going back into MAC's Kid with a fluffy brush for my transition. And you'll see me doing a lot of this move throughout this tutorial, where I'll do circular motions starting off in the outer corner and then sweep it over as I have less product on the brush, because this look is all about that beautiful, it's not a cut crease, it's not really a defined crease all the way through the look. It is about creating that beautiful outer deep corner and with a very highlighted inner corner. Now taking my BR's 250 brush from Coastal Scents, I'm going to be doing that same move with that camel color from the palette. I'm focusing most of that deeper, darker color on the outer corner, and then I'm working it in towards the inner part of my eye. Now going in with a pencil brush and that matte black color, I am going to place in a C, almost like a C formation in the very outer corner of my eye. I'm just going to place this shadow there. Take your time with this. Don't use a lot. This is a very pigmented shadow, but this is, and we don't want this look to be dark. It's going to be so easy to make this look overly dark. We just want it defined and soft. So that's all you need. Don't do anything else with it right now until you pick up that fluffy brush. I'm using, again, the same BR250 brush with no new product on it, and you can see I'm just wiggling it back and forth to start blending this out. And again, I'm using small movements. I don't want to take it over too far. I really want to, this kind of look really opens up the eye if you do it right. And I decided to zoom in so you could actually see what I was doing. Winning. So again, take your time with it. If you feel like you need more color, definitely build it up. But less is more. I promise. Now I'm just going to make sure that's even, and I like the way it's looking, and then I'm going to take that same BR250 brush and just barely dab it in that shimmery brown color. And I'm just going to place it right over the black in the upper part of the outer crease. I don't want a lot of color. Like I said, you're just barely tapping your brush, and you're just going to add a little bit of those brown tones over the black just to kind of, again, blend it all out. And you see I'm not going very far in, little side-to-side motions. Now going back in with Kid and the fluffy brush, I am just going to blend it out. And this is such a beautiful neutral shade. I need to go on MAC's website and buy like 3 of these because they're discontinuing this color, which just breaks my heart. So I'm going to stock up like a crazy person. Now using an e.l.f., this is their $1 eyeshadow brush in that really pretty pink champagne color in the palette. I'm going to start placing this all over the lid. And if you get this up into the crease, don't worry about it because we're going to go back and clean it up. So just pat and then sweep it to smooth it out. And I've got wrinkly eyelids. I'm old, guys. You know what happens. It's fine. But we're going to make it work. And then using the other side of that brush, we're going to go into the cream champagne color, and we're going to place that on the inner corner and the inner like 1/3 of the eye. And again, all about transitions, and this just transitions so beautifully into that pink champagne color, which is then going to transition into the darker shades in the outer corner. And again, with that BR250 brush, without any more product on it, see, we're just going to go back and forth and with little movements. And now you can see I just barely tapped my brush in the powder in that dark matte shade, and I'm just going to place it right again in the outer crease just to redefine. Barely tap it in, tap off the brush, and then just sweep it back and forth. Again, these little steps are what's going to make your eye look really start to stand out. Now going in with my NYX Wonder Pencil in Light, I'm going to clean up the brows again. I'm just feeling like I'm having a really good brow day. Maybe I'm just tooting my own horn here, but I was like, looked at myself in the mirror when I got to work and I was like, yeah, girl, you're on point today. I'm liking it. So, I'm retarded. Sorry, guys. And then just with an eyeshadow brush, I'm just going to blend out, again, that liner. You don't want any harsh lines. You want to blend it out. And then, again, just set that Wonder Pencil with that cream highlighter. I cannot say enough about this highlighter. I love it. It just seems to have a luminosity of the skin that I just, even though it's a matte shade, and I just love it. And it just seems to really make my eyes pop. And then I'm just going to blend the two shades together. And then I'm going to prime my face with my Garnier 5-second blur. And for this look, I'm going in with my Maybelline Super Stay 24-hour makeup in Classic Ivory. I'm kind of rushing through this because this is a hella long video. And I'm buffing this out with a rounded kabuki brush from BH Cosmetics. Really wasn't doing the trick for me, so I went back in with my second layer with my Bionic blending brush from Coastal Scents, which is one of my all-time favorite foundation brushes. And just building that up, again, really flawless skin is what we're going for, always. And then I'm going to go in with my Come Correct in Medium Golden. And I'm just going to dab this on with my fingers, kind of warm it up with my fingers. And as always, I'm going to blend it out with a damp beauty sponge. And again, take your time with this, but that pointed edge is great, again, for cleaning up any eyeshadow that maybe got a little bit too low in the blending process, because when you do that, it can drag down your eye look. So this is a great way to clean it up and lift that eye look. And again, as always, I'm almost out of this stuff, and I couldn't find it in the drugstore the other day. I was so irritated. But I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the brightener, and again, blend it out. I love this combination together. I don't even know. I love it. And I'm hiding myself with my mirror. I'm a jerk. Sorry, guys. And again, with the Flower EO1 brush and my e.l.f. flat high definition under eye setting powder, I'm just going to set underneath my eyes. And I'm going to set everything again with the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder in 110 Porcelain. Can you tell I'm loving this stuff right now? Now I'm going to contour my face with my Hoola bronzer. This is the same drill, just a different product. It's for a small sculpting brush. Guys, I've got so much real estate that I'm just going to kind of fast forward through this just a little bit. You don't need to see me take 5 years to contour my forehead, because it's ginormous. Now with my Milani Rose Blush in Romantic Rose. This is a beautiful, beautiful dusty rose color. Oh my gosh, it's completely matte. I love it. I'm really focusing this on the backs of my cheeks up towards my temples. I just feel this is like my new favorite way to apply brush, not on the apples, but just kind of towards the later part of your cheeks to really add some definition and contour to your face. And I'm going to highlight with my MAC Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skin Finish. This is a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. Do not be intimidated by the dark color in the pan. It is gorgeous. Now I'm going to create a very small, delicate wing with my Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner in Perversion. I had a really bad experience with this eyeliner when I first got it. I got it in one of the Book of Shadows, and so I just haven't used it since, and I don't know why. I think I just had, it was like we didn't click when we first met, but now we might be BFFs. Now taking just a small smudge brush and that shimmery brown shade, I'm going to create a very lightly defined lower lash line. I'm not going to smoke this out. I'm really just running this lightly along the lower lash line, and I'm fading it out as the closer I get in towards the center of, or towards the inner corner of my eye. And with a little bit of that black shade in that same brush, I'm going to connect my winged liner to my lower lash line just to create some continuity in the look. And going in with my Rimmel ScandalEyes, I'm going to line my waterline, go in with my Megalength mascara on the lower lash line. And again, because I'm doing falsies today, I'm using my new favorite falsie mascara in Flower Beauty's Extreme Measures Lengthening Mascara. I love this with falsies. It just gives my lashes a natural curl. I don't like this on its own, but for falsies, it's great. It gives my lashes a natural curl, coats them. It's amazing. And for my lips today, I'm using my Jordana Easy Liner for lips in Tawny. And I'm just, again, going to fill in my lips. Line and fill. That's how I roll. And I'm using my Lip Perfection in 200 Sultry. This is a beautiful matte dusty rose shade. These lip products just match the blush so well, and I just love it. You could go with any color with this look, but I wanted to go for that dusty rose. And then again, taking my eyeliner, I'm just going to blend in the lash band now that I've applied those. And I didn't show y'all this in this part because you've seen me do it a million times. And that is the look. I absolutely love this look. I think it is universally flattering. I think it's beautiful. It really shows off your eyes. And, you know, it's good for the office. It's good for date night. It's good for just, you know, doing laundry around the house. But thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed these 3 tutorials. And thanks for stopping by.
All right, everybody, so that was the Makeup by Mandy24 Fresh, Fierce, Fabulous tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed these looks. I really enjoyed them. And, you know, especially the Fierce look in this palette and this look were definitely kind of learning experiences for me. They're not looks that I generally do a whole lot or had a lot of experience with. So it was kind of a fun learning experience to really dig into with this palette. But yeah, if you did, like, subscribe. Again, I'm going to try and upload these at least every other Friday, but they'll always be on Friday. And yeah, it's just a great way to get some versatility out of your palette and see just exactly how crazy or how clean and simple you can go with pretty much any palette. If you have any suggestions for palettes or a particular palette at home that you'd like to see some ideas from, let me know. I would definitely love to do that for you, and if I have it, I will get it done. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day. I know there are a million people on YouTube, you know, so the fact that you come and spend some time with me just is fantastic, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. But y'all have a rockin' week, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hey everybody, welcome back. Ooh, I'm gonna try that again. Hey everybody, welcome back. And today it is, God, I'm an idiot.